Now you're probably wondering why the heck am I dressed up like this? And it's because I'm trying to channel, well, my inner Anthony Bedanza. This is one of his Texas Swing stamped discs. It's an Infinite Discs Pharaoh in a Halo G blend plastic that I think is absolutely incredible. Let me get changed out of this because it is way too hot to be wearing any of this gear. So the point of this video is twofold. The first thing we're going to do is check out this awesome Halo G blend Pharaoh and see how far it flies. But the second point of this video is to just see if I can break my all-time distance record, which is 420 feet. I made that in the other video with an iBlend Emperor, and after watching Nick Crush coach Josh over at Overthrow throw over 500 feet, well, I figured I'd give it a shot too. They were also using Pharaohs, so maybe it's just a magic disc. What I've got set up behind me are cones set at 100, 200, 300, and 400 feet. The objective today is obviously to throw over 400 feet, but realistically, I'm not a bomber, so I don't expect that. However, we're gonna be following some of the things that Nick Crush set up in that video, and I want to show that to other people because I think they're awesome cues, especially when doing field work. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna throw to each cone 100, 200, 300, and 400 feet. And we're gonna try and get a disc to each cone with as little effort as possible. It gets you using smoother form to get the disc to the distance that you want, and hopefully as we add up that distances, it just gets easier and easier to get to that PB of over 400 feet. So we're gonna start out throwing to 100 feet with some putters, some throwing putters. We're trying to get these discs to 100 feet with as little effort as possible. Accuracy we don't really care about. We're just trying to get to that distance mark and feel what it feels like to get those discs to that point without really putting any distance or any power. These aren't really getting there, so I need to put in just a tiny bit more effort. I feel like 100 feet is just a little bit. There we go, that's much better. Okay, now we do the same thing, but to 200 feet. Kind of slid up there. I'm gonna try and do this with in the air, much better. Right to 200, do one more with an overstable one. Not only is this a good warm-up, it's really good for just ranging your discs as well too. I'm gonna go grab those discs. The one thing you might notice right now is, yep, that's right, I've got a new dad hat. The Miles of Disc merch just came in, and although I'm not quite ready to sell it, be on the lookout soon because there's going to be a storefront coming soon where you can grab hats and t-shirts and maybe even some discs. Once those come in, I'll make a video, so if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on that, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification button. All right, back to the video. Okay, so we got the putters and the mid-ranges kind of dialed in there in that 100 to 200 foot range. We're gonna throw some fairway drivers now out to the 300 foot range. And remember, the whole purpose of this is to just feel how easy it is to get these discs to a specific distance. Hopefully that'll translate to a smoother form when we start reaching for more distance. Accuracy isn't what we're after, so I'm very happy that that went out to 300 feet, no problem. That was a T-Bird 3. Really, I should be able to get my mid-ranges out here as well too, so maybe we'll try those. Another T-Bird 3. Probably hit at 250 and then skipped up. Let's throw some mid-ranges. So like I said, we should be able to get those out there as well too. The whole point of this though, like I said, trying to throw nice and easy, smooth, and getting these discs out to those distances. There we go, the J slid up comfortably right to that spot. I'm gonna throw hyzer flip with the Leopard 3, same idea, trying to get it there. And as easy as possible. Just like that. Do one more with the Roadrunner here. Smooth is far is smooth. Really love powering down that Roadrunner. It's so much fun. Last up, we're gonna try this Thunderbird's new in the bag. Super overstable. I don't ever really use it, but this is good practice. Low, too much hyzer. Still skipped up to that 300 foot mark though. Okay, we're gonna grab those discs and then we're gonna start aiming for that 400 foot mark. While I go and grab these discs, I wanna talk about this Infinite Discs Halo G blend Pharaoh. I've never heard of a Halo G blend before. Think of like a Halo G Star plastic. It's super tacky, feels incredible, and has that glide that you'd expect from that G-Star G-Blend plastic. It's a blend of plastic that I honestly wish Innova would make in a lot of different molds, because I think a lot of players would benefit from it, especially in those high-speed drivers that some people might struggle to get up to speed or have them show turn. This Halo G-Blend plastic is just unbelievable. It's like a flippier version of that disc right out of the box. If you are going to use this strategy for field work, I would suggest doing about 10 throws at each marker. Kind of skipped ahead. I've done about 5 or so at each one. I think it's time now to go for that 400-foot marker. And like I said, my longest drive is 420 feet. So if we can break that today, I'm going to be super happy. I do have 2 Pharaohs. I have that Halo G-Blend that I'm really excited for in 169 plastic. I think it's going to be a bomber. And then I've got another one that's the Splatter Star that's full weight. This one's a little bit flatter, not as domey, definitely going to be more overstable, but it gives you an idea of how these discs fly, different plastics, different weights. I'm going to be trying to throw these on some golf lines to start, just to see how far we can get them to. I'm going to start with this Halo G-Blend, and again, the whole point of this is trying to get this out to that 400-foot pylon. I think we're right on that 400-foot mark right there, which is great. I'm probably, I don't know, 15 feet off the line to the right. You saw the disc, it really turns out of the hand. It's a high-speed turning disc, but still has some stability at the end of its flight. It's a really nice disc. Even though it's a 13-speed, I think it's a 13-speed anyways, which is a little bit less comfortable in my hand. All right, one more here with this one with the Splatter Star. Yeah, not as much glide at all. Probably halfway between the 300 and 400, 350 foot mark. I'm gonna go range those and I'll come back with those distances. Okay, so the Splatter Star did just go to that 350 mark. The Halo G-Blend though went to about 390. So we're already close to that 400 foot mark. And honestly, I'm not trying really at all. That's what I love about this opening drill, this warm-up drill. Really gets you feeling how easy it is and how smooth you can be to get to those distances. We've got a little bit of this left to right wind. It's kind of a headwind though. It's not super great for distance. I think for sure the Halo G-Blend is going to be the one that does it. So let's give this one a bit more shape without making it a total distance line. I still want to throw these on golf lines. Probably right around that same 400 foot mark. Go back to the Splatter Star. A little bit more nose down, and I think that's gone. Same thing, you're probably around 360 or so. Okay, I'm gonna go grab those discs. Maybe we'll try some hyzer flips instead. So we saw pretty much the same thing. Splatter Star went about 350, 360. Halo G-Blend went about 380, 390. Still wanna get past that 400 foot marker. I think this video is going to be a fail. Let's try these on some hyzer flips and see if that helps. I think the previous one just didn't quite get the nose down enough on it. Same thing there, too much height. Yeah, it was a bad throw. Throwing about 360. Try this one on a really, really flat release. So much turn out of them. I really like that turn. But yeah, still just going to about that 350 mark. Grab those and try some more here. Both those weren't great. They're both kind of in that 360 range. Still though, I don't think I'm gonna complain about me throwing 360 to 390 consistently on golf lines. I'm gonna give this one more try on a golf line. And if we can't break that 400 foot mark, then we're gonna try some distance lines for sure. We have a wide open field, why not? Now we do have this kind of head left to right wind, so that's probably why I'm not reaching there already, but I also have another idea that might be why, and I'll let you know about it when I go and fetch these discs. Halo G-Blend first, same idea. Golf line. Yeah, 380. Okay, Splatter Star. Awful, awful, awful throw. Just kind of turned it over. Nothing to it. So one of the things that I'm thinking is really stagnating my distance is, of course, nose angle. You've probably heard it before. Most of the folks that are talking about any sort of form changes, they're always talking about getting that -degree nose angle. It's something that I'm definitely going to be working on, and especially in the off season, it's number one thing I'm going to be working on. So stay tuned on some videos of that. I do have a tech disc, so we can get some awesome numbers and do some analytics on some form changes that I plan to integrate into my routine, but once the season's over. I've got nationals in 2 weeks, and that's really my only focus right now. This headwind is only getting worse, so let's quickly grab these discs, throw them on some distance lines, and see how far we can throw them. Okay, one last try to get these discs past that 400-foot mark. We've been close on, honestly, on golf lines, and into this headwind, I think 390 is a pretty good distance. I'm not gonna cry about it, but it would be nice to get this past there. Let's try on these some distance lines. Really got to keep that nose down, because in this headwind, it's just gonna kill everything. If that was higher, still might do it, but if that was higher, that was so good. It's well onto the track, so it's over 400 feet for sure. Let's try the splatter star. This is gonna be way harder. If that was higher, that would have gone 430 probably. It's probably 410. I'll grab the rangefinder and mark it once I get out. Hit the crossbar, which I seem to be pretty good at doing. That's only 330 feet, so lost a bit of distance because we hit that one. Let's go range that G-Star blend, because I think that's over 400 feet, and if it is, we can call this a success. Okay, so this Halo G blend Pharaoh just went 410 feet, so I'm 10 feet short of what my PB is. Super pumped with just reaching that 410-foot shot. So I'm gonna grab the disc, grab the cones, pack up. But what I wanted to talk about is just how good that Halo G blend plastic is. That's a plastic that I've never seen in anything else except for maybe the Erica Stinkum Signature Series Pharaoh, and then of course this Anthony Bedanza Series Pharaoh as well too. I would love to see Innova pull these out in a bunch of different molds. Imagine this in a destroyer mold. It would be absolutely incredible. Or better yet, what about a Halo G blend Emperor? That disc would bomb. It's domey, it's grippy, but it's still durable so far. I mean, it's only been a few throws with it. I haven't hit any trees with it or anything like that, but so far I really like it, and I'd love to see it in some other molds. This is my official petition to Infinite Discs that I want to see more discs in this plastic. We're gonna end the video on a high note. 410 feet was today's best. Not my overall PB. I know I can beat that because I've thrown 420 with the iBlend Emperor. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to do an Emperor versus Pharaoh video next. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to stop by daily for new content, and as always, get out and throw.